I'm feeling low.
Hello, my lemon drops, and welcome back to the Lemonade Stand, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology nerd, and a registered dietitian to be. We are all assembled here today for yet another episode of me losing it to Beachbody workouts while educating you in the process. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some funnies and some dry sarcasm along the way, why not hit that subscribe button and join the Lemonade Stand? I would really appreciate it. Without anything further, let's make lemonade. So the first one we've got here is, I'm not really sure if she's like a top coach. It honestly doesn't really matter. What matters is the fact that she has a large following and her followers are seeing her share this workout on social media with bad form. I feel like right now I look like something out of like one of those old West movies with this top on. I like this shirt. I got it from Everlane. The head hole is really small, but I thought it was cute. So he's got like the kind of the cinch sleeves. And the last one that I just filmed, my last CPT Reacts, I was wearing like a tube top, and now I'm like all covered up all the way up to my neck. It's fun. It's fun. We're having fun. I'm out of pink lemonade. That sucks. So it looks like she's doing what I would call standing hip abductions, which is a great exercise to develop the hip abductors, kind of outer glute area, but only if you do it right. Real quick, if you always get hip abductors and hip adductors mixed up, here's an easy way to remember it. Get ready, I'm about to blow your mind. Adductors, ADD, work your inner thighs. You activate your adductors when you bring your legs together. Add them together. Huh? Your abductors, ABD, or your outer thighs, your hips. They're activated when you push your legs apart. Or think of your legs being abducted. What does abduction mean? To take something away. You're taking your legs away. Think of abducted as in like abducted by aliens. The perverts among you probably love this. Don't be gross. It's the way she's doing this that's the issue. She's standing on one foot, so she's super unstable. And it really looks like she's focusing more energy on not falling over than she is on actually activating her hip abductors. To remedy all this, all she has to do is just lean up against something like a wall. You could also lie on the floor and do these. I will now demonstrate for you how to correctly execute hip abductors with a resistance band. Standing up. So right now I'm getting set up for standing hip abductors with a glute band. Hip abductors, sorry. Here's something really quick that's important. Adjust the band so that it is just above your knees. Do not put it right over your knees. If you put it directly on your knees, it will put too much tension on your knees, and that could really, really damage your knees. I just said knees like 6 times, I'm sorry. Also, I'm using a glute band, which is stronger than a resistance band, and it is better designed for glute training, so keep that in mind. I'm standing up, and I am supporting my upper body so that I can really focus on contracting my glutes and actually training my hip abductor. I'm not heavily focused on standing upright and not falling over because the wall is supporting me. Here in the next clip, I'm actually doing the exact same exercise, except I'm just sitting down, so it's just another option for you. Seated hip abductors are actually my favorite way of all time ever to use the glute band. Your outer glutes will be on fire, I promise. All right, next one, here we go. What's ironic is the song that's playing right now. You guys can't hear it because of copyright stuff, but it's Sugar We're Going Down by Fall Out Boy. At the chorus where they're like, Sugar We're Going Down swinging is, it's funny because that's one of my biggest gripes with what she's doing. with those bicep curls, she is really just swinging the weight around. I think I've critiqued this particular sequence of exercises before, so I'm not gonna spend too much time talking about how dumb it is because you guys already know. I just think it's excessive as usual. So let's take a closer look at this. She's starting the exercise with bicep curls. If you look closely, she's alternating between different grip positions with a dumbbell. She's alternating between a standard grip and a hammer grip. Now, both grips train the bicep as well as a muscle in your forearm called the brachioradialis, but adjusting your grip, this versus this, activates a different head of the bicep. Your bicep, bi remember means two, is made up of two different muscles, a long head and a short head. A standard grip bicep curl works a different head of the bicep than a hammer grip bicep curl. I personally don't think that one is better than the other. They're just different variations. Anyway, she doesn't have very good control of the weight. Based on this video, it looks like she's just throwing the weight around, honestly. I will now demonstrate for you how to correctly execute a hammer grip bicep curl and a standard grip bicep curl. Oh. All right, I'm doing a standard grip dumbbell bicep curl. The weight I'm using is heavy enough to challenge me, but not so heavy that I'm lifting with my shoulders and just swinging it back and forth and using momentum to get it up there. So keep that in mind when you're choosing your weight for bicep curls. Key takeaways are I'm keeping my elbows in close to my sides and I'm going nice and slow and I'm staying in control and I'm not swinging the weight around. And then here I'm doing hammer grip bicep curls. If you just check out my hands, you can see that I adjusted my grip and I rotated my hands in so that they're facing each other. Exact same rules apply. This next one is very, very short, so I'm gonna let it play a couple times. And also it makes me cringe. I think we have seen this workout before. I think it was Autumn Calabrese who was doing it, actually. I believe it's from 9 Week Control Freak. I am assuming that Autumn Calabrese is the creator of it, since she did develop 9 Week Control Freak. And since Autumn was the creator, she was doing it a little bit better, but I just didn't like the exercise in general. I thought it was too complex and just too dangerous. Just throwing the weight around like that is really dangerous, honestly, for anyone, really. A lot of things make this particular exercise high risk. The haphazardly swinging the weight around can result in a serious back injury. With how dynamic this is, this definitely leaves a lot of room for error and injury, especially for a beginner. I also happen to think that this combination is just dumb. Why do you need to jump back and forth between a squat and a reverse lunge while simultaneously throwing weight around? The way this Beachbody distributor is doing this, she does not look very stable to me. I don't see a lot of core engagement, and the weight she's using looks pretty heavy, and that adds another element of risk to this for her. I will now show you something else. Okay, so this is a fun combination exercise. I'm doing a squat with a reverse lunge. Definitely sit this one out if you have joint issues of the lower body. And also, you need some coordination and some balance to do this as well. Make sure your squat is comfortably wide enough, so hips width apart. For some of us, it might be a little bit wider than hips width apart. You want to be able to sit down deep enough into that squat to use your glutes, and then alternating legs, step back into reverse lunge and lower yourself down and then repeat. You're welcome to add weight to this, but I would work on mastering body weight to this first. And if you do decide to add weight, I recommend that you start on the lighter side and then work your way up as you feel ready. Now, this next exercise, I am very disenchanted and displeased by it. Roll clip. So it looks like she's doing some kind of strange dual rowing type thing. On one side, she's doing a row with the control track, which is a piece of equipment that comes with the Beachbody program 9 Week Control Freak. And the other side of her is doing a dumbbell row. Aside from this exercise just being silly, in my opinion, I also don't find it to be very functional. If you look closely again at her doing it, The weight is coming from different directions. So that means two different areas of the muscle, the back muscles, the lats, are being activated. Why does anyone need to do this? We'll never know. Here's an exercise that's not stupid. So this is one of those hybrid exercises where I kind of smushed together two different exercises. In this case, I made what are called Supermans and a lying swimmer kind of have a baby. This is a really good core strengthening workout. It really engages the back complex. And this is pretty simple too. Most people should be able to do this without a problem. Obviously respect your limitations, but in general, this is pretty safe for most people. I'm starting with my arms forward out in front of me, and then as I retract my shoulder blades, that means squeezing them together, I'm bringing my arms back behind me. You don't want to strain your neck with this, so it is really important to keep it relaxed. Okay, so next one, and this one is just already, God. Oh, geez. What is she doing? So she's doing a couple things here, but I want to focus on the first thing she's doing. Like the last one we just saw, this girl is doing like some kind of weird dual bilateral, but also still kind of unilateral exercise. Bilateral means you're using two sides at the same time. Unilateral means you're training one side at a time. In one hand, she's doing a standard bicep curl, and in the other hand, she's doing a hammer curl. We already discussed the difference between a bicep curl and a hammer curl, but I frankly do not understand the purpose of doing them conjoined like this. I feel like Beachbody workouts are like those infomercials in the 90s, where they ask you a dumb rhetorical question about something that you do every single day. Do you hate eating and drinking separately? Save 60 seconds of your precious time by doing them together. Introducing the Meat Milk Smoothie. This drink is sure to maximize your day by helping to save you time on eating and drinking separately. Get yours today. Or something like that. How busy are you that you can't just do a superset with standard bicep curls and hammer curls? You're that busy that you just have to do them smushed together in one mega exercise? Ugh! I will now demonstrate for you an exercise that is, in fact, not stupid. Alright, so here is a more functional way to do a standard bicep curl and a hammer curl together. Another combination exercise to burn your biceps. Definitely recommend low weight for this to help you keep your good form. As always with bicep curls, the key takeaways are just that I'm going slow and I'm keeping my elbows in close to my sides. I'm not swinging the weight back and forth, and I'm not just lifting with my shoulders and with momentum. If you look closely, in between each rep, I'm rotating my hand position to adjust my grip in between a standard bicep curl grip and a hammer curl grip. I think this is a much better way to combine a hammer curl and a regular bicep curl without like splitting it down one half of your body. So weird. This next one is disappointing, and I mean, they're all disappointing, but this one is like really disappointing because based on my research, this person is a certified personal trainer and a Beachbody coach. I just find it really disappointing when professionally credentialed people associate themselves and their credentials and their education with multi-level marketing companies. And to those of you who are about to comment right now, well, who are you to say what people can and can't do? Obviously, I'm not telling anybody out there what to do. That's just my opinion. Like all the views expressed by me on this channel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, I didn't mention before, this is definitely a Beachbody workout. I think it's part of 9-week Control Freak. So she's on the floor doing what I would call, I don't know, I guess this is a variation of a chest press. She's holding the dumbbells parallel to each other and then rotating her arms as she lowers the weight down with each repetition. I tried to simulate this exercise and I encountered a couple problems. The first one it hurt my shoulders. The second thing is I just could not for the life of me pinpoint exactly what muscle group this was working. I felt my anterior deltoids, so like the front of my shoulders here, and maybe some chest. As far as the thing she's doing where she's kind of rotating it upon each rep, I did not personally feel that doing anything when I tried this workout. I'm at a total loss right now, you guys. I don't know. I can't not recommend this enough. Here's something else. Jeez. So I am doing a dumbbell chest press on the floor. This is actually done the same way as a bench press, but it's mechanically different because being on the floor limits my range of motion. Because I'm on the floor, my chest is actually working a little bit less and my triceps are actually being engaged more than a standard bench press. Using a dumbbell also allows for some versatility with your shoulder angles, which is helpful if your shoulders have an attitude problem, like mine tend to sometimes. I don't recommend going super heavy for this. Bonus workout, you guys! We're not done yet. I pretty much always feature 6 videos, but I had this extra one lying around, so I decided to just throw it on here, so you get an extra one today. So those of you who have made it this far, comment lemonade stand down below. And if you cut out of this video early and haven't made it this far, then I hope that you don't have a pen when you need one. I'm not good at wishing bad things on people. That's something that's like inconvenient, right? Anyway, let's watch the thing.
Content that I have that I'm going to share with you. You have the opportunity to look at, go behind the scenes, understand my body of work. But without understanding this base understanding of the model, none of that matters. This is the ticket for the rest of your life. Not just understanding it intellectually, but doing it every single day. I know a lot of you have...
Oh boy. I was cringing while I was watching this because I am so scared and so nervous that she's just gonna fall over. I don't even know what to call this. I feel like she's maybe trying to do like frog jumps or something like that. I still don't know. I can't tell. I think I'm going to call this exercise the 2020 because it's completely insane and very, very dangerous. She's extremely unstable while she's doing this. And a couple times, if you look closely, she almost kicks so hard that it looks like she's going to flip over. She doesn't look like she has a whole lot of control over herself at all. Don't do this. Especially don't do this if your core strength is not developed. And even if it is, don't do this. Let's try an alternative. So I am starting in a downward dog position here. I like to do this to stretch out my Achilles tendon. This is a really great stretch for my Achilles. It feels really good. Anyway, from your downward dog, you're going to shift forward into a high plank while crunching one knee in and crossing it over to touch the opposite elbow. This is a really good core exercise, and it also really engages your arms too. I'd recommend this for all fitness levels. This is a low impact exercise that is good for upper body and core resistance. In conclusion, wow, that last one. What a freaking disaster, man. Don't do these. And most importantly, don't follow the lead of a Beachbody distributor because a lot of them, I might even say most of them, don't know what they're doing because they don't have a fitness background. And the ones that do have a fitness background, like one of the ones we just saw in this video, I don't know, that just makes me kind of sad, honestly. All right? Are we good? I've been at this for like the last 3 hours. It's time for me to go eat lunch. I gotta let the dogs out. Yeah, I'm good. I'm done. I have nothing else to say. You guys already know it, okay? Just because you buy the starter pack doesn't make you a coach, okay? Thank you. Good? Good? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations. Thank you so much for watching that train wreck. If you enjoyed this video, please like it. If you didn't like this video, you can also downvote it. That helps too. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my merch store, which is linked below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hey, old man. What are you doing? You okay? You bored? You're probably bored. You've been such a good boy hanging out here with me. You guys love how long his nails are? It's because he does not let us cut them. We have to cut his dew claws. Onyx is an anomaly, and Onyx actually has back dew claws, unlike most dogs. So we have to cut his back dew claws because they can get really long and get ingrown. But his nails are so long because he does not like to let anybody cut them. And he pretty much only gets his nails cut well once a year whenever he gets his teeth cleaned because he is under and thus can't struggle. Isn't that right, Onyx? Isn't that right? You need a mani-pedi massage combo stat. Why don't you tell everybody about how that one time you bit me while I was trying to cut your nails? He was actually wearing a muzzle too, because he has to wear a muzzle whenever we cut his nails at home. The few times that we have to cut his nails at home, we have to put a muzzle on him.